Hey, how's it going, guys? So there's a lot of really nice changes going on in the crypto space right now. We're broken like two very important levels of resistance, and all we gotta do is wait for them to act as support, and then we can most likely start seeing a continuation of this rally that we're going on right now. All right, cool. So I'm gonna show you guys what I see on my side, what I'm preparing for, and if anyone is late jumping into this, there's gonna be opportunities very soon. Don't worry for you to be able to jump in very soon. So let's dive into it, and I'll show you guys what I see on my side. All right, so let's go over to the DXY first really quick, just to go over this again. So yesterday we were talking about how this could potentially turn into an inverse head and shoulders. It still can. Basically, we're counting on a daily candle to close below this level at 103.49. If it does, it's most likely going to continue to drop down to 101.41. However, if this maintains as support, then we could end up seeing an inverse head and shoulder structure and bring us back to this target up here of 109.61 with this downtrending level of resistance that could weigh it down as well. But nothing to worry about just yet. But basically, make sure you keep an eye out on this range, because if the DXY starts to flip bullish and we start creating that structure that we're talking about, then everything's going to look bearish on the charts for Bitcoin. So we got to react in confidence with that. Going to the total market cap chart. So this is pretty exciting. We broke out of the downtrending level of resistance that's been weighing us down since the all-time high at 3 trillion, which is pretty awesome. Honestly, if this closes above this level, we got 6 hours and 42 minutes left. If this closes above this level, we may come back down to retest it, but if it acts as support, then we're more likely going to see us reach the next area of interest that we're looking at, which is around 1.16 trillion. And then we can end up getting caught inside this price range. And there's something I really want to show you guys. I drew a chart back in like December, I think it was December 12th or 13th of last year. And I kind of predicted this entire move using the Wyckoff accumulation strategy. So if we go, I believe I have it mapped out over here. Yeah, so I drew this chart, and you guys can go back to my YouTube channel to find it. But basically, I drew this chart right at this red candle, and I predicted that we would create a double bottom, and we did. And I did not expect, like, this is intense that it followed along this almost perfectly. But the double bottom structure brought us right to the breakout. We got a confirmation bounce. The secondary confirmation, I predicted for it to come down to the secondary test from the beginning of the Wyckoff accumulation. However, it came much faster than that. And then sideways price action and bring us up to around 30K. So I drew this back in December, which is pretty intense. And now the next phase of the prediction based on the Wyckoff accumulation is at this resistance level, we start trading sideways for it to act as support and then bring us to our next target. And it's all coming in confluence with everything else that we're seeing in the charts. So cross our fingers that this keeps playing out. But basically the pattern that we end up building here is going to dictate whether or not we continue going to the upside or to the downside anyway. So we can take this with a grain of salt, but basically if we end up building that continuation formation, we break to the upside, then we have that extra confirmation telling us that we're going to likely to go to like 28K level up to maybe 32K with this range right here. So that's really exciting. Going over to the on-chain flows really quick, we can see that everyone's starting to withdraw their funds from exchanges to decentralized wallets into ledgers. So that's a good sign, because when this happens, basically the floor value of Bitcoin gets stronger and increases because they're not able to sell their assets until they flow it back into exchanges. So this usually creates a really strong bullish structure for Bitcoin, because support levels end up being stronger than resistance levels as a result. All right, cool. So let's go back to my pre-TA chart here. So yeah, like I said before, we basically want to see this act as support and come up to, then this will be our next target around here, which will come in confluence with what we saw in the Bitcoin chart recently. Going to the Bitcoin chart, it actually looks like live right now we're seeing a pennant break to the downside. And this is the 15-minute chart. So we broke this uptrend level support. we got this downtrend level of resistance. Now this is a very young formation, so the chances of it hitting the technical target is very low. But basically, the first conservative target is around 25,650. However, we have a valley construct right here, so we could come all the way back down to 25,200. If that ends up happening, I wouldn't worry, because we kind of need it to happen so we can get that confirmation bounce off the 25K level, because we broke it as resistance, but we haven't had it confirmed yet as support. And I'm going to zoom in on that really quick. So I got this little gray line right here. You can see how it acted as resistance here, and basically we needed to act as support now. So we are looking at the daily chart. I prefer for us to have some sideways trading in the daily time frame, so we can have a bit of a reset with the RSIs, so we don't have as much exhaustion for the next pump. And yeah, that we could see on the lower time frames potentially a confirmation bounce at 25,200. We were just talking about in the 15-minute time frame how we could come back down through that area of interest and come right back to this point of control, and which basically is in confluence with that support level that we're looking at. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much everything I got for you. But right now, things are looking pretty bullish. So the next level we're looking at, basically, depending on what the formation dictates, is 28,000. And when we get there, then we can get caught inside that range we were talking about on the larger time frames. Let me just pull that up for you again. Let's go to the daily. So this range right here. So if we get above 28,529, basically is where I got marked. It doesn't have to be perfect to the dollar. The next area of interest is right here, where we'll likely see some strong sideways trading. And the last time we were in this range, we were trapped inside of it for about a month. So if we get to that range, if you're a range trader, basically you want to put your stop loss below the range and your stop loss above the range for your shorts, for your longs. Buy the bottom of the range, sell the top of the range over and over and over again until the range is complete, and then you flip to another strategy. Anyways, yep, that's everything I got for you guys. If you have any questions about this, you can reach out to me in the Discord. If you guys are interested in learning the way I trade, basically you can go over to our website down below. There's investshare.com. And basically we coach 5 days a week, and we also have a bunch of courses for you guys to get a hold of as well. And yeah. All right, cool, guys. Have an awesome day, and thanks for watching. Appreciate it.